Imagine a world where the deadliest pandemic in human history didn't just kill 1/3 of Europe, but wiped out 90% of the entire population, cities abandoned, kingdoms collapsed, entire cultures erased. How would this alternate timeline reshape our world today? Would Europe ever rise again, or would other civilizations take its place? If you're curious about alternate realities, welcome to the Alternate Archives. Don't forget to subscribe and join us as we unravel how small changes in history could rewrite the future. In our timeline, the Black Death struck Europe between 1347 and 1351, killing nearly 30% of the population, around 25 million people. The plague reshaped society, weakening feudalism and sparking social revolutions. But what if the death toll reached 90%? This isn't just a numbers game, it's a total societal collapse. With 90% of the population gone, entire cities like Paris, London and Venice would become ghost towns, crops would rot in the fields, governments would crumble as there would be no one left to rule, or be ruled. Trade routes like the Silk Road would fall silent, cutting Europe off from the rest of the world. Without European influence, would the Islamic empires or Ming dynasty rise to global dominance? Could North Africa or the Middle East become the new epicenters of power? Without enough people to rebuild cities, Europe might enter a new dark age. Isolated villages, no innovation, and generations lost to survival. But would this vacuum of power allow smaller communities to rebuild society from the ground up, free from feudalism? Could the survivors create new decentralized societies, or would they cling to old traditions, stalling progress for centuries? Without a strong Europe, world history would be completely rewritten. The age of exploration might never happen, meaning no Columbus, no European colonization of the Americas, and no industrial revolution. Would the Ottoman Empire rise to dominate the world? Would the Americas remain untouched by outsiders for centuries? And what about technological progress? Could China or the Middle East take the lead in scientific advancements? So what if the Black Plague wiped out 90% of Europe? The entire course of history would shift, Europe's dominance erased, new superpowers rising, and the modern world we know today would never exist. Would this alternate world be more peaceful or more fractured? Would technological progress slow or take an entirely different path? Let me know in the comments, would a world without a dominant Europe be better or worse? And if you enjoyed this dive into alternate history, hit that like button and subscribe for more alternate history content.